Welcome to the Leadership Journey video segment. I'm Kit Alowitz, here today in a moment to introduce Randy Rebstock. He's going to be talking about personal preeminence. I'd like to make note of the fact that personal preeminence is a very hot topic. It's a topic that we've talked about on several of the leadership journeys, several of the summits, and I would like to invite you to consider that it is at the crux of our actual eventual obtainment of preeminence on an organizational level, as well as for any hope that we have of getting institutionalization, we've got to nail this down. And I know it's not even rocket science. If you want organizational preeminence, at some point you have to have a critical mass of individuals, which is really all organizational culture is a group of individuals exercising or living into the collective sum total of all the collective behaviors. Well, Randy has a particular interest also in preeminence. He has he's very much into CrossFit, and if you've worked out with Randy, if you're around Randy, you know he's a pretty darn fit guy. And in order to be as preeminent as he is, he's really had to pay the price in order to get really good. He's had to do the small things to get really good at CrossFit, which is no different than if we want to go after organizational preeminence, we have to first figure out where do we fall on this scale of personal preeminence and really nail that. So I love what Randy has to say about this idea of going from personal preeminence being a precludement or precursor to organizational preeminence. So without further ado, here's Randy Rebstock.
99, 100. Oh, I don't know if you just saw me, but I just did 100 curls. No big deal. Working on my preeminence. Personal preeminence is the definition of being the best at something. Whether you're a great salesman, a great athlete, it's a type of person that is really good at whatever they do, the best at what they do. What defines this, or how do you define it, would be somebody who has great work ethic, they're organized, devoted, confidence, they have self-sacrifice. Some of the examples that I would have if you were to compare it to in the sports world, would be Michael Jordan, Tom Brady. If you're a CrossFit fan, look him up, but it's Rich Froning. He is one of the fittest athlete in the world, multiple times. But what I like in these people is that they don't personify the negative connotation that comes with being the best. Like, they're not high on themselves, they're not boastful, they're not self-centered. And these are people that work really, really hard at what they do. If they find a fault in themselves, they work on that fault. And eventually they'll have another fault that they'll work on that as well. But they also try to make others around them better. Thus, by making others better, you're creating an environment of really preeminence. So by working on yourself to be preeminent, you'll create a culture of preeminence with all the people around you. Like, let's look at the Bulls and the Patriots. These are dynasties. They were the best. And so that's what it takes, personal preeminence, and to work on yourself, bringing that to from an organizational standpoint. Let's work on ourselves. Let's strive to be the best so that we can help Ingersoll Hauser be the one of two preeminent suppliers of instrumentation.